You might be able to help us with something. We can't just talk about just the weather.
No, we're not going to.
Oh, we're not?
No.
Okay.
Not just the weather. I know we're British. Come on then.
Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's PiPsCast.
Hello.
So, thank you very much for all of the new people that have joined us recently on this channel. This is our PiPsCast for people that are seeing this for the first time. A PiPsCast is like our Thursday video where we just have a chat, really. Just have a chat with you guys, tell you what's been happening in the week. Very informal. Yeah, just us.
Yeah,
chat.
stuff that we haven't caught on camera. Usually.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Yes.
Nice to have you there.
Hello. Yeah.
So this week we're just going to chat about a few things.
Well, it has been a quiet week, so it'll probably be a short PiPsCast. Quiet in as much as after the last one, we were cracking on with building our garden house, and then I didn't feel very well.
Yeah.
And it turned out that I had a water infection, and I felt really ill for quite a few days, and
You did, yeah.
I only just sort of picked up yesterday.
Yeah.
So then quiet in the respect of we didn't go anywhere or do anything because I was usually asleep.
You did sleep quite a lot, which is fine, which is good.
It's good.
Yeah,
yes,
it's definitely
you need to
good.
sleep when you're ill.
Yeah. We tried on the Saturday, we cut the build kind of cut the
Yeah,
build
we finished
short.
quickly.
We finished quickly. We nipped to Castella Branco to try and see if we could get some medication of some sort, because by that point you knew that you were...
I knew, yeah. I was
something
feeling
wasn't
really
quite
nauseous,
right.
and my
Yeah.
head was spinning, as well as
Yeah.
all of the other stuff that comes with a urinary infection.
Yeah.
But just the same as in the UK, if you're from the UK, you can get lots of good advice from a pharmacy, but they can't prescribe you anything.
That's
like
right.
an antibiotic or whatever. Exactly the same here, you know, controlled drugs.
Yeah.
So
But we got some
we got something
herbal...
which turned out to be like a herbal remedy thing, but didn't really work. But the thing that then sort of compacted that, well, it wouldn't really. It was Easter, and excuse me, it was Easter, and everywhere on Easter Sunday is like closed, or really, really busy, but.
But we thought that was going to be closed on a Monday as well, because
Yes.
in the UK we would have
have
been...
Easter
We have Easter Monday,
which is
so
a
we
bank
were having a
holiday.
bit of a worry that it might have all been closed on the Monday.
Yeah.
They weren't. It was a public holiday if you wanted it to be the Monday. You could take the day off, wasn't it? I don't know how they put it. How did they put it?
I don't think it's a public holiday, but a lot of people, because it's within the school holidays this year,
Okay.
a lot of people tend to take either the week before or the week after the Easter Sunday. But
Okay.
Easter Sunday is the big celebration
That is-
with the family and the food and the
Okay.
Easter services and that kind of thing. But I was asleep. So
So you missed it anyway.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But felt still really lousy on Monday as well. And then I was like, oh, let's just double check, and was so pleased to find, as Darren said, that it wasn't a public holiday. So we just nipped to our local GP and I got straight in. So that's our first experience.
Yeah,
Yes, thank you. Of using sort of medical services here in Portugal, and I have to say that it was very good.
It's very efficient. Yeah,
it was. Yes.
Well, I just wanted to say there as well, because people might be interested. When we purchased the herbal remedy from over the counter when we went on the Saturday,
Yes.
we got this like box of I don't know. I had a look on the internet and I showed the lady on the, this is what I found. Do you do anything like this? And she was like, yeah. The bill for those.
Oh yes.
Was €25 for buying
just under. Yeah.
Just under €25 for buying these herbal remedy. I can't think of a better word for them really. herbal
'cause
remedy.
basically that's what it was when I read the ingredients and what
But when
have
we
you.
went on the Monday with the prescription,
Yes.
which you just received, it was €1.
Well, we'll tell the story properly.
Go on then.
So we went to our local doctor, just our local one, not into the city, because we now have our citizens card. And I basically just said, I want to register, and if possible, I need to see a doctor today. And the receptionist guy was really lovely. He took my card and he put all of the information in, just took him a moment or two, with our attestado that we got from our local junta, from the mayor, saying that we definitely live here. So like we said before, hang on to your attestado and keep it safe, because it is the most important piece of information, I think, that you'll ever
Seems
really
to be.
need.
Yeah, we didn't think it was that important, did we? But it turned out to be.
And it's our oldest piece of information. I think we got it years ago when we first bought the land. Anyway, so then he was really spot on, and in the system he said, "And who is Darren Rogers?"
Oh, yeah.
I went, "Oh yes, he's my husband." Well, should I register him? And I had Darren's card as well, so yes, and he got registered. And
I'll just stop you there for a second then, because people might think we're already registered.
well, yeah,
Yes,
you might.
because
we did register for a health number.
That's right.
With the health service.
That's right. So we have a health number already. We
Yeah.
needed that in order to get our card.
Yeah.
But we hadn't actually registered with a doctor specifically. So they are two separate things.
Yeah, because literally our card only came last week.
We tried to
and-
register with the doctor before, didn't we?
Yeah, but we didn't have all of the relevant.
Well, the lady didn't have the computer on.
Oh yes, and that one day her computer system wasn't working.
Yeah. So it's kind of two separate things that do run together, but initially don't need to be got together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Sorry. So where were we? Sorry, I've thrown you there.
Yep. So the receptionist
Sorry
guy
about that.
was friendly and efficient,
Yeah.
and said, "Well, just take a seat.
Yeah.
You'll have to see the nurse." And when the nurse arrived, there were two other ladies also waiting, and but then she called my name out. I went in, so she was running like a triage system, and then the doctor arrived. So by then she'd, checked my pee and established that I had.
Too much.
I know, sorry, sharing too much. But it's what happens in the real world.
It is.
And then the doctor came in, and he was absolutely polite, calm, and very respectful. And he just said, "Yep, no problem. We'll get you some antibiotics prescribed. You can take it to any pharmacy and they'll fill the prescription for you. And when you've finished your course of antibiotics, come back, make an appointment, because you're both going to be new patients of mine. I want to sit down with you. I want to get to know you. I want to know if you've got any medical history. I want to, how I can help you as part of the community," which I thought was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So then we shot off to a pharmacy, and the different thing, if you live in the UK, because obviously that's where we come from and that's the only experience that we've had, you get your prescription from a doctor and there's a set charge for each item on your prescription. I think at the moment it's about £9 something.
I think so.
I have a feeling it's just under the £10 mark.
Yeah, it has gone up quite a bit recently, hasn't it?
Yeah. So that's per item. So if you have 3 items on there, that's going to be nearly £30.
Yep.
And I know the whole reason behind that is some medicines are really cheap, some medicines are very expensive. So the people who really need the expensive medicines then sort of get a help by other people. Everybody contributes towards the pot kind of thing.
Yeah, makes sense.
So which makes sense.
Yeah.
But on this prescription, it had your approximate cost of this medication should be.
Yeah.
And it gave us, and I think it said it should be around €1.46. And I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, I don't think I've understood that properly. And I wasn't feeling well and didn't want to get my phone out to double check the translation or anything. So you just went off and you got my prescription filled for me.
Yep.
And I said, oh, how much did it cost? And it was €1.29.
€1.29, I think, yeah.
For 16 antibiotic tablets. So that's an 8-day course.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I was...
It was really good. So our first
surprisingly
experience, even the cost was cheap. Well, we spent £25 on those.
Yeah, beforehand.
I mean,
which didn't do anything.
Which didn't do anything, but who knows? But anyway, the prescription itself, absolutely, very good. And the system was really, really good, wasn't it? And I mean, it definitely helped that you've got the card.
Yes.
As we were saying, it was lucky that we had that card. They still would have.
Would have done it.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah,
but they wouldn't have seen me there. We would have had to have gone into the city and gone to the main central where we registered for our health number.
That's it, yeah. And there's all these little tiny things that you have to be aware of, I suppose, isn't it? Which we are still kind of learning in a way as we go through the system and the little pots of information in different places.
Yeah.
We're starting to find our way through it.
Yeah.
And it worked really, really well. The health system's absolutely lovely. But it was handy that we had our cards. Brilliant. So everything's good. You're feeling a lot better now.
I am, yes. Turned the corner yesterday and started feeling hungry again last night. Yeah. And
Yeah, you did.
So
that's good.
And now Darren's exhausted because he's been looking after me. So you didn't want to get out of bed this morning.
Strange. I didn't want to get out of bed this morning. I don't know why. It was a very odd thing, but happens, I suppose.
Yeah. So I was the one that got up and I made some breakfast. And then I was going,
strange breakfast.
Coffee's ready. Breakfast's ready. Oh.
All right. Don't need to tell everybody about that. Just say how lovely your breakfast was. Weird pancakes. But how lovely your coffee was. Nice.
Good.
Coffee was good, actually. Coffee was all right. Yeah, we're using up coffee beans at the moment. Yeah. I'm trying to find the perfect coffee, but I think I found it. But what that's meant is that we have other coffees which I haven't quite finished yet. So you're doing some blends.
You're trying to find the perfect coffee it is using the comparison of the ones that we buy in the cafe when we go to a cafe and they've got like the perfect high pressure, pushed through, lovely crema espresso.
Yeah. I'm trying to replicate that here, and we're getting there slowly.
Without one of those coffee machines.
Without one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of working. But anyway, no, breakfast was lovely. It was honestly lovely. Really nice. Seedy pancakes. Who would have thought? We're talking about breakfast too much.
Yeah.
Too much breakfast talk.
Yeah.
Weather. Let's talk about the weather instead. What a nice thing. What a good segue.
No, we don't have to talk about it.
We don't have to talk about the weather?
No,
I want to tell people a little bit about it.
Because it has been a topic.
Because it's been a bit of a topic because we have been experiencing a heat wave.
Which is crazy.
Yes. Now a heat wave, Now I learnt that what a heat wave means is that the temperature should be 5 degrees or more above the average temperature for that period of time for 5 days in a row.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
That does, yes.
So 5 days, average temperature
5 degrees
5 degrees higher. Then you're in a heat wave. We were in a heat wave the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were, because that actually happened. It's dropped again now.
Yes, so yesterday and today. And
so
then
even a little bit of rain yesterday, tiny little bit of rain. Just went outside to do a bit of work, didn't we, out the front? Did you not feel the rain? It wasn't, I wouldn't call it rain, it was just like the little odd drop, but I thought it was. A little bit windy today, but lovely. But yeah, we've just been through a heat wave. Yeah, that was all I wanted to say.
Well, you better quantify it then.
Oh.
It was 30 degrees. 30 degrees centigrade.
Do you think it was actually 30 degrees?
I think it gradually, and at some point in the day, it was 30 degrees
Actually,
centigrade on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, probably was.
And it had been very hot the days before.
Yeah.
And Monday, I think.
it had gone up, hadn't it? The temperature had gone up, and you could, you can tell.
It's only April, that's the thing,
It's only
you see.
April, yeah.
So I was loving the fact that spring had sprung, and then we were in summer, and I was like, oh, I was ill for a couple of days, and it's summer now.
And it's summer.
So
we wanted to be eased into the heat.
we thought we'll definitely be able to not manage, but possibly cope with some of the summer heat.
Yeah.
If we get like a good slow run up to it, like if you, what's that old saying about putting a frog in cold boiling water, he'll jump out. But if you put him into cold water and heat it up, bad things will happen. But that kind of thing. We thought we would get acclimatised, and then it was just wham bam. Here's some hot sunshine for you, and some little breeze. And
we've been there 6 months, and I was going to just say we've experienced the extremes, but we haven't. But we've experienced the extreme weather. The
wettest weather.
The wettest weather. That's the word. Yeah, and then we're going to experience. Well, we've experienced quite hot weather. 30 degrees is quite hot from a UK perspective.
Yes, that would be.
But we've still got
some of that.
That would be peak summer, but we've still got more to come.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the weather.
Flooping back up again. So I suppose my point with that is, it's affecting my garden, and it's affecting sort of what you can do in the day. That's possibly why I knocked myself out a bit when I was working.
Trying to get things done quickly.
We were trying to get as much work done on the house with the materials that we had. Just basically because you don't want to be doing a little bit every day. And there's other things that we want to do. But yeah,
maybe we overdone it.
It was a bit hot.
It was very hot on that day as well. Yes,
it was that day.
On that day when you felt not so well, which wouldn't have helped.
But I think I was feeling unwell before.
Yeah, definitely.
That anyway,
you were.
Just.
Well, that's the weather then.
That's covered. The weather done, and health. So weather we must be done.
Okay. So.
Sorry, it hasn't been very scintillating.
It's been amazing. Thanks. It's been amazing, this video, and we look forward to sharing it with you. That'll happen this evening. You will see this evening. As with all PiPsCasts, we do them pretty much live on the day. When I say live on the day, they're not live.
Yeah, but we film it. You put the beginning and the end on, pretty much. And it's away.
And it's away this evening, yeah. So we will see you this evening. Looking forward to that. Yes. Leave some comments. We love reading them, honestly, and I'm sure you reply to all of them. I'm sure you do. Yeah. And it's just lovely to have those conversations with you, just to know that you guys are there. It's just brilliant. So I think that brings it to the end of this one.
Definitely.
Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you very soon on the next one. Obviously, we've got our Saturday video coming up on Saturday, so we'll see you then in the comment section also. We'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Bye. Have I said this loads of...
Bye, everyone. Bye.